So we're going today to Half Moon Bay, and it's one of my, I think, favorite developments around the lake. I'm not quite sure what it is. I've always really liked it ever since I started in real estate. For me, it's, I think, the fact that it's a well-controlled HOA. So it's not an area around the lake that isn't managed well. There are some places that are like that. There's a billion different kinds of property. You can kind of do whatever you want with your property. That's really nice for some buyers. For some buyers, you really want the control of the HOA so that the properties that yours is next to are kept in good condition. That helps with your property values long term. And the nice thing about Half Moon Bay is that they do have restrictions and covenants, but they do not overly control, particularly the design of the property. So around Castle Rock Lake, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that there are some developments where you can only build things that are earth tones, only log cabins in some developments. You can't have anything white. You can't have any trees with leaves on them. In Half Moon Bay, the design style of the homes is different. And I really like that. I feel like they are luxury, prestigious. It's a nice area, but the home, you can still make your own. So some are log cabins, some have wood siding, some are very modern, but they're all stately. So I'm excited to kind of show you just the general feel. I also really like the pond. So Half Moon Bay has a really nice shape to it. So if you own a home that's on that pond itself, it's really, really nice. Be able to walk out your back door. You just have a nice sandy beach. They have aerators that keep the water nice and clean. It's a gorgeous area. The beach is nice. And then you walk across the street or around the corner, you've got access to your boat slip on Castle Rock Lake. And you also have access to the clubhouse. So the clubhouse at Half Moon Bay has an outdoor pool, really, really beautiful, but the pool itself has views of the beach and Castle Rock Lake. So if you're not a big lake swimmer, that's okay because you've got access to this pool here. There's also an outdoor like play area for the kids. There is tennis courts and pickleball courts. It's a really nice clubhouse area. There's some paths as well. And one of the things that's neat about this subdivision is it is not just homes. Half Moon Bay also has condos that are on the waterfront, so really great view to them. I'm excited to show you guys that today. One of my favorite developments. All of these houses are different. I mean, they all have a different design style. They're not all the same exact house. You've got log cabins, you've got homes that are more modern, you've got like stately estates. They're all different. There's bathroom access here, showers, water fountain, lounge chairs along the pool, and then just this beautiful pool here. And your view of the lake. I love Castle Rock Lake because even on the busiest of Saturdays, it could be July 4th weekend if July 4th fell on a Saturday. I mean, the typical visit the lake kind of weekend, even then, while there's boats on the water, it's never so busy and never so much traffic that you feel like it's dangerous or too overrun, too overcrowded. This is a massive lake and it's got space for everyone. So I'm here at the waterfront outside the clubhouse in Half Moon Bay, and oh my gosh, you've got to see this. So they have boat slips here, and then a beautiful sandy beach area, and additional boat slips there. So you've got a really nice little area to be able to swim just off this sandy beach. They've got some nice chairs, a dock out there. I mean, it's just a beautiful time to be able to enjoy on the lake, your water. The other thing that it's worth talking about is along Castle Rock Lake, you have what's called the 100-foot strip on the frontage. You can see it here in front of me. There's a path along the shoreline. What this means is that when you live on Castle Rock Lake or you own property here, 100 feet from the shoreline is managed by the Wisconsin River Power Company. They limit what you can do to the land because they want to keep it from getting over commercialized, over built up, and because it's part of the Wisconsin River flowage. So as you can see, this area really still looks very natural, nice and beautiful, and up to the properties, it still looks like woods. What you can apply for, and what it looks like these owners have applied for here, is called a viewing shed. That view shed, so it allows you to cut down certain trees. If they're bigger, they have to stay. You can see some of that here on this as well. And you can create a path and then keep it somewhat clear so you still have a view of the water for your property. It's definitely unique to the Castle Rock and Lake Petenwell area, but what it does is it creates all of these walking paths along the water frontage that you can take a day, you can walk your animals, nothing motorized, but you can go walk and hike almost all the way around the lake. It's really amazing. Even nice to see that in Half Moon Bay they have those paths here as well. One of the other things I love is this clubhouse. I love where it's located. They have a little screen porch area. They have a pool. They have an interior clubhouse area, outside sitting area as well. It's just gorgeous. And I'm not particularly a swimming in the lake kind of person. I don't love thinking that there's fish touching my feet or whatnot. If that's you, there's a pool right there. So you can be in the pool and enjoy being on the lake without having to actually be in the lake itself. And these are the condos that I was telling you about. So Half Moon Bay has condos. These are 3-story condos, so a really nice main level with main level living. They all have a 2nd story and then a 3rd story with a spiral staircase upstairs. What I love about that is it's the perfect place to tuck kids if you've got them, or people who aren't scared of that spiral staircase. They're really neat condos. They have beautiful screen porches. A lot of them have really nice updates, and they're right on the water. You just don't get that on Castle Rock Lake. Great views, right on the water, access to the clubhouse. You are a pickleball enthusiast like me, you will be happy to know that Half Moon Bay also cares about pickleball. You can see that they've got pickleball courts here, tennis courts. They also have a basketball hoop, so there's a place that you can play basketball if you'd like to, and a really neat little playground for the kids. If you like frisbee golf, they've also got frisbee golf here and a place for outdoor volleyball. So here we are on the water frontage of the bay in Half Moon Bay. It's a pretty neat shape. It's kind of like a horseshoe shape for the bay itself. But what I love about it is that you can't really tell that you have neighbors unless they're right next to you. I mean, across the pond, it's pretty private. You don't have somebody staring right in your backyard. You have a gorgeous sandy beach area. You just walk right back out the back of your house and you get to enjoy. In the wintertime, what's really neat is I have seen some of the people in Half Moon Bay actually do a ton of work on the water frontage. They turn it into a hockey rink in the wintertime, so taking a hose out, hosed it down, smoothed it out. It's really neat to see what people do with their lake properties, not just in the summertime, but also in the winter. Year-round properties, truly. And you'll be able to tell as we drive around and take a look, but each of the houses really is unique. They don't all look the same. I mean, oh my gosh, look at that. Right in the backyard. Look at that. That's amazing. And as we're driving around looking at some of these houses in Half Moon Bay, I just want to talk about a couple things. First of all, pets. Can you have pets in these developments? You definitely can. There's no fencing, so what people do with that is they put in underground fencing. And the HOA itself does a really good job of making sure people abide by the rules, making sure that people keep their properties nice and beautiful. As you can tell, they're all really well kept. Gorgeous properties. Prices vary in Half Moon Bay. If you're on the pond, the homes are typically under $1 million, depends on the home itself. A lot of these homes with excellent frontage and views on Castle Rock Lake will go for over $1 million, closer to $2 million right now, but it's a nice area. There really is truly something for everyone.